Hi everyone, I'm Jackie and welcome to my channel, Cherished Memories Crochet. I just got finished crocheting my husband's American flag. When it's finished, it's 6.5 feet by 4 feet. And today I'm going to show you step by step how to crochet this. And I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to go set my camera up. Okay, I'm back. To tell you what you're going to need 50 of these stars. And I'm going to put a link in the description box because I've already got a video made of how to crochet these. You're going to need a stitch marker because it gets really hard to count the rows. So that helps a lot. And you're going to need 5 skeins of red, 5 skeins of white, and 2 skeins of blue. And the pattern calls for a size H hook, size 5. And let's see, well, get everything here. I made a little sample so I can show you what we're going to do. And I'm going to tell you things that you might forget and want to go back and look. And I didn't want you to have to search through the whole video. So you're going to have 243 stitches in each row. When you get up to your blue, you're going to have 104 stitches across. And these will be half double crochets. And then when you get out of your blue, you're going to have 138 to the end. And you're going to have from your first row to your blue, you're going to have a total of 6 stripes, 3 red, 3 white. And then you're going to have 10 rows of red, 10 rows of white, 10 rows of red. So each stripe will have 10 rows. And after you start your blue, you're going to have 7 more stripes to do. You're going to have a total of 13 stripes. Let's see. I think that's everything. I made notes so I wouldn't forget, but I'll probably have forgotten something. Okay, so now we'll get started. And I'm hoping to get this all in one video. If not, we'll have a part 2. Okay, I'm just going to do a little sample. So you are going to chain 243. And so when you get that done, what we're going to do is we're going to skip the first chain. And in that second chain, we're going to do a single crochet. Then we're going to do a double crochet. And a single. And a double. And you're just going to continue this pattern to the end. You're going to start each row with a single crochet and end it with a double crochet up until you get into the blue part. Then you're going to end it, each of those rows, with a double crochet, but you'll start them with a half double crochet. And the hardest thing about this, it's so big you might as well call it a blanket instead of an Afghan, is getting the stars on straight. And what I did is I screenshot a picture of the flag and I went off of that. Made it a little bit easier. But really that's the hardest thing about this whole blanket. Okay, now we're at the end of the row. We ended with a double crochet. We're going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work. And we're going to start out with that single crochet. Then a double. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting a double crochet on top of your single crochet from the previous row and a single crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row. And just continue this until you get to the end, and I'll show you how to change colors. Okay, I'm ending it with a double. So that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do your last double crochet. On that last row, you're going to have 10 rows before you change into the white. So when you get those 10 rows done, then you'll continue from this point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my red. And this is like where you would want to put your stitch markers on each row. I'll just go ahead and put one in. Okay, now we're going to need the white. Okay. What you're going to want to do is just lay your white over your hook and bring it through that loop of your double crochet. And now do your chain 1. And try to keep this tight here. Now turn your work. Go ahead and do your first double or single crochet. And then I take it and I tie my ends. You can tie it once or twice, and then you're going to just continue. So now I do my double, and you just keep continuing until you have 10 rows of your white. Then you're going to change into your red and do 10 rows of that until you have 6 stripes, 3 whites and 3 reds. Okay, when you get to the end of your white row, oops, you're going to go ahead and chain 1. And then I'll take you to the end of this row and I'll show you how to go into your blue. So by this time, when we get to the end of this row, you're going to have 6 stripes. You're going to have 10 rows on each, so that you're going to have 60 rows total. Okay, now we're on our last double crochet. Now it's time to go into the blue. So we should be right here, right now. So I'm going to go ahead, cut my yarn, grab my blue. You're going to do the same thing. You're just going to bring it through there. We're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to do a half double crochet. All the blue part gets half double crochets. Now I'm going to tie this off here. Let me clip my ends a little bit so they don't get in my way right now. Okay. And now you're going to have 104 stitches of these half double crochets. Okay. So now this will be your 104th stitch of your blue. So what you're going to do is, let's see, yeah, we're going to go into the red. Get your red ready. Oops, let's see, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to start your half double crochet, yarn over, go into your stitch down there, yarn over, pull up a loop. Now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook. Don't cut off your blue, you're going to carry that. Take your red, try to keep all the yarn tight, and you're going to take that through all 3 of those loops, just like that. And now this is a double crochet under here, so that tells us we're going to do a single crochet. Just like that. And you're just going to leave this blue. What I always did is I just loop this up in the red when I get enough red and tie it off, but I'm not going to do that right now. So now we're going to, let's see, I did a single, we're going to do a double, and a single, and a double, and a single, and now your last double. Just like that. Chain 1, turn your work. You're going to start with a single here. Now you're going to do your double, your single. So what I meant was when I said when you get in your blue, you're not going to start every row with single crochet. So when your first crochet of a row begins with your blue, you won't do a single crochet, but I just did a single crochet back there. So there's a, okay, I just did a single, so now we're going to do a double, and a single. And, okay, so now you're on your last stitch, which will be your 138th. So we're gonna do a double crochet there. So you're gonna yarn over, go in your stitch there, yarn over, bring up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, and don't finish it with your red. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go down here, get this blue yarn, pull it up on your hook, and bring it through those last 2, just like that. Now you're going to start doing your half doubles, and be careful, sometimes this yarn will cover up that first half double crochet. So go ahead and do your 104 double or half double crochets. Okay, now we're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, and so go ahead and continue and finish 10 rows of your red. And then I'm going to take you here and I'm going to show you how to change into your white. Okay, so now I'm ready to change into my white. I don't cut my blue, but I am going to cut my red down here. So I'm finished with my red for right now. So I'm going to take my white, and I'm going to put it over just like that. And I tried to put the 2 ends on the same side because it makes it easier when you tie them off. So I'm going to be doing it's hard to tell since, okay, there's a double. Okay, so I'm going to be doing a single crochet. So I'm going to finish off. Oh, I got to do my neck. Okay, I almost forgot this. Okay, so now instead of finishing that off with my blue, I'm going to finish off my half double crochet with the white. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and start the row. So I've got a single here, know what's good. I got a double, single. I've got a double, so that knot makes it kind of hard to see what I did down there. Okay, keep this tight while you're doing it. Okay, so I'm going to do my single crochet there. Now I'm going to do a double. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tie off. You can probably hear my cat trying to get into the room, and I think he's got me distracted. Okay, so now we're going to continue. So I got my double. We're going to do the single. We're going to do the double, a single, and a double. Just like that. Then do your chain 1, do your single, and your double. And if you don't like carrying your yarn, you can always just cut it off, and you'll have a lot of ends to weave in. But if you're just not comfortable doing it this way, there's nothing wrong with doing it the other way. Okay, so I'm ready to go into my blue. I did a single, so I'm going to do a double. And keep your last 2 loops on your hook. Go down here, get your blue. I take it in the back. Go through those, just like that. Now I'm going to do my 104 half double crochets. It took me about almost 6 weeks to finish this flag, and it's really not hard. It's just those stars, trying to get them straight is the hardest thing about the whole blanket. Okay, so now I'm going to pretend that I am done with my flag, that I am right here. So I'm going to go ahead, chain 1, pull my yarn, and since you put a lot of work into this, what I did is I went ahead and pulled that through there and made it even more secure. And there's a little sample. So about the stars, I'll leave a link in the description box, and I kind of put a few stars here. You're going to have 6. This made it easier for me. You're going to have 6 stars on top and 6 on the bottom. So I sewed my rows that have the 6 first, and then when I got them done, I did my 5s, which made it a little bit easier. And this is my second blanket. And the first one, what I did, and I'll tell you in my video of making the stars, is to leave a loop or tail. And then you just attach your star with that. I did my first one like that, and you could see it kind of coming through there, and I didn't really like that. So this one, what I did was I didn't leave a tail. I just weaved everything in, and I just used regular thread, and you can't even see it underneath. And what I did is, you can use a regular sewing needle, but since my eyes are bad, I just used my smallest tapestry needle, and it worked out perfect. I could just get that thread in there real quick. And here, I'll try to pull this over so you can see the stars real quick. But yeah, it's, when I used the yarn, you could just see the yarn on the sides, and it just looked kind of sloppy. So by using regular sewing thread, it just looks so much neater, and when you flip it over, there's nothing. And so that's how I prefer, but you can do whichever way you want. And I hope you have fun making your blanket, and when you get done, please take a picture and put it in the comments. I would love to see them. And any commenting, likes, and shares will help my channel grow, and I would appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. And I want to thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy making this blanket as much as I did. And bye-bye.